busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Hey, we are live in the studio. It is Busy with B, Phoenix Warrior Tuesday. I'm with my girl, man. Look.
What is up, y'all? What's up, girl? Phoenix in the building. I'm here with my partner in crime. This duo is the best in the DMV.
No, the best in the DMV.
Definitely.
This duo is everything that it need to be. Everything that look, when you can find you somebody, a black woman that wants to support your vision, and you guys align. I mean, get into this Phoenix Warrior Busy with B situation. We coming to you each and every Tuesday right now, and that's 6 o'clock. Okay, we got to get with the boss to let us know when we can get a little later time. It's a little early for us, but
it definitely is. But we make it in here.
We do.
We love y'all.
Like when I'm trying to tell you, we really do.
Definitely.
So we going into the show. Just if you are watching on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, you might catch us a little late. We had a storm here. Okay, so it just delayed us a little bit. So we will do half of the show on the air with you guys. Okay, and then we'll finish the rest on the YouTube channel. Okay,
definitely.
So if you're not following that Busy with B YouTube channel, you need to get over there right now. Okay, but I'm also going to shout out RIP Radio Network because
shout out to Tori.
That part, because that's what we do here. Hey, so guys, you can catch this show right here, Busy with B YouTube channel. Phoenix is working on getting everything up and loaded, but guys, we gonna figure out a way to connect it, guys. But we need to, we here today.
Definitely.
What's up?
Definitely. How was your weekend?
I did a Chicago weekend. Okay. I spent time with my daughter. I supported one of my best friends in the universe. He lost his mom, so just shout out to you and just like being able to experience Chicago. I never been to Chicago before.
How was it?
It was fun. It was different, and it's crazy because now I'm more secluded. So I don't even really want to be out there as much. But just having my daughter there and spending that quality time, it was just like everything that I needed. So
Okay, definitely. My weekend, y'all already know how Phoenix do. Is always fire. You know, always busy. So at the same time, I did have a ball. I went to the Cultural Fest on Saturday. That's with the different countries, you know, Trinidad, Jamaica, Sierra Leone in the building. Sierra Leone. Yes.
Sierra Leone.
Different countries, you know, all around the continents, Africa's, you know, the Caribbeans all came together, had a concert. It was like that. You know, I got a little, you know, out of place on Friday. But it's all good though.
I don't
Saturday.
even wanna know.
But it was fun. I had a good time. Had a bomb ass time. So definitely here this Tuesday. Y'all already know Tuesdays is fire when you got this duo in the DMV coming on.
That
so
part.
definitely.
What's that?
Dang.
Hey, when she walk in the building, I be like, if I was your best friend, hey, you want me around all the time. Like, she just give me hype. This my hype man, right? But one thing I wanted to wait until we came on air to say is that my mom said to watch our curse words tonight. So she know I don't curse. And I was like, that's not me, Mom.
That's me, and I'm so sorry because my mouth is reckless. You're going to have to beat me out.
I said, Mom, that's Phoenix. I snitched. Tori was my witness. I was like, Mom, you know that's not me. I felt like a kid again. But
Oh, wow.
I wanted
I'm
to
so
share that.
sorry.
So
Yeah,
shout
definitely.
out to my godmom who had me from, I mean, she didn't really have me, but when God sent people into your life that nurture you and mature you, and she definitely was a part of everything that you see in front of you. So shout out to my godmom, Beverly. Everybody was trying to judge our situation. You
Definitely.
just pushed through, and she is everything to me. Give you a shout out. I know I switched up the script a little bit.
No. It's all good though, because I'm always gonna give a shout out to the ones who y'all already know. I'm not gonna call each and every single one of y'all names, but y'all know I love y'all to death, especially my kids. You already know. But shout out to my mother because she didn't even know, like, you know, I had this podcast going on with you. And yeah, she definitely didn't. And then when I told her, she was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, you know. Oh, yes, that's my mother. That's my best friend. I love her. Shout out to everyone who's always supporting all the time, 100%. I love y'all.
So let me tell y'all who Phoenix forgot to shout out, you know, because, you know, how it is. The energy is the energy. But we want to shout out to Gigi. We want to shout out to
definitely
pop-up shop. I got to let her shout out too, because all I know, when you got a partner in crime, all I know is I got to show up, right?
Absolutely.
I just
and
gotta
I
show
did
up.
talk to her. I told her, I believe it's Love Liza. She has her pop-up shop on, it's Lavish Lash, and it's going to be August the 26th. Gigi, y'all already know we shouted her out the last time. Her pop-up shop is August the 23rd.
She was on the show, guys.
Definitely.
Black-owned beauty supply
Definitely.
store, guys. And also, she wants to mentor and teach. So, guys, look, we shouting out your businesses. If you are interested in getting those shout outs, getting those
Y'all make
DMs,
sure,
guys,
yes.
DM Phoenix or Buzy, you know, and our information is always on our website.
Definitely.
But for me, if you don't know, busywillbe.com, okay, guys? But we are always looking for businesses to highlight, love on, love into, guys. So make sure you guys.
Yeah, make sure you hit us up because definitely we going to shout y'all out and we always going to support. So make sure that y'all hit us up. And y'all know I love the music of the streets, music. Y'all make sure y'all artists, poets, you know, all of that. Y'all make sure that y'all hit us up. Make sure y'all want us to play y'all music, whatever it is. Y'all make sure y'all hit us up.
Okay. So
Definitely.
we normally would take a break, but because We pushing for time.
Definitely.
So
let's
let's
go
just
ahead and get started.
Yeah, let's just get started.
So I do want to talk about something though. I'm gonna give a little bit of hip hop news. I did see something about Offset and Cardi B giving their daughter $50,000 at 4 or 5 years old. To me personally, I know they got the money to do it. It's an investment. I definitely understand about the investment, but sometimes I do feel like artists, because they had the money, they don't really know what to do with it too much. But they give their daughter something to invest in. I hope that's what they're going to do with the money as far as 50 G's, because if I had it like that, I probably would have did the same thing, but I just would have went the opposite way, if that makes sense.
So, of course, we're not judging. Like, whatever it is what it is. Like, to see black people win and see those families that's united and see black families in the media, I feel like I'm for whatever, right? There's no rules to it. I feel like we don't know exactly what they were saying, culture, do with this 50 grand, but I think that could have been a way. And again, it's all assumptions that she will invest or she will put it in a college degree. She's 4, she's 5, she's something like that. So I'm not going to get so caught up in that. I feel like to each his own in certain ways. And I feel like that's the problem in our culture. Like sometimes we be, they shouldn't have did this and they shouldn't have did that. White families prepare at all times, okay? There's no rules to it. You know what I'm saying? Most of their kids grow up, privileged, cracked out, and more, okay? That part. And I just wanna say, if I free anybody up, it's no rules. It's no rules. It's
definitely.
It's no right or wrong to what they doing to what we have done, okay? Because I would rather, if my parent would have put $50,000 in my pocket, I could have had I just prayed. Like, I try to have my daughter playing with $10, okay? So why wouldn't I try to have her playing with 50,000?
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like, let's love on each other. Let's stop being so, but who knows what people saying? But I'm just saying, like, I do my best. Okay, my daughter plays with $100, $20. Like, she playing, she figures out a way to make 50,000.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm just in that mood of just, I'm for it all.
Definitely. Okay? And the last thing I was gonna say, I talked about, I was gonna bring up the Russell, with Sierra and Russell. Russell.
Can I just pause you for 1 second?
Yeah.
So her bringing up Russell and Sierra, right? We're going to kind of lead into the segment of the show. Again, you are at a point where you're going to have to tune in to that YouTube channel to catch the rest of the show, because pretty soon we're going to cut off. Because of the storm, things got delayed, so you will not be able to fully watch the show live, but we gonna go into our topics, and you gotta go to the Buzy Would Be YouTube channel. Go subscribe, go link to it, share it, love on that shit, is post, all of that good stuff. And I like to just specially thank everybody that's truly been rooting for Buzy Would Be. Now Phoenix is my partner, so you rooting for us all. But I'm just saying, thank you.
Shout out to my IG family. I see y'all on here, y'all popping up. I definitely want to shout out and Buzy Would Be family. We are all one. So yeah, let's definitely. This last thing I do want to bring up about the Russell Simmons and the Sierra conversation about how Russell is with her son, with how he is with her, and his father is not, really partaking. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but that was something that I kept reading on over the weekend. I feel like they pay attention. Celebrities, sometimes that's why they don't really come out about who they dating, who they married to, because they always in the eye. They always in the open. And regardless of what they do, whether it's right or wrong, and they always going to be in the public eye.
I will say this, that a lot of times coming from this side of things, it's easy for us to say what it looks like or what we think it looks like.
She said the website
frozen. And the website may be frozen, but guys, to get this show fully, you go follow RIP Radio Network or Buzy Would Be YouTube channel, okay? It's working. Look, my look, the producer is behind the scenes. He's saying it's working. Okay.
Definitely.
But
so let's go ahead and go into this topic that we need to talk about, and we talking about age gap.
She want to talk about age gap.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, I kind of want to throw just like love, right? Self-love, love, whatever we choosing to throw in there. I feel like all of that stuff, I don't want to, have us boggle down to all of that good stuff. So, okay.
So definitely, I must go ahead and start. So I feel like, which age gap. I hear a lot of people say age ain't nothing but a number. Is it?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Is it just a number though? Because
honestly, it is. I feel like the fact of the matter is that we pay attention too much to time and numbers. But I feel like the 30-year-olds are looking 20. The 40-year-olds are looking 30. The 50-year-olds are looking for... Like, you cannot get caught up in the time because, first of all, 1971, they looking better than... Like, I mean... I'm just saying. Are we talking about?
No. We talking. Keep talking.
I'm not trying to get funky because I know how old I am or whatever. But what I'm saying is that don't come for me unless I send for you. Okay. That part, and I'm not the only one. Like it's much more I can do to contribute to that. But I'm just saying naturally. Okay, don't come for me unless I send for you.
I definitely feel like nowadays the younger men are, I wouldn't say all of them because I always felt like men aren't as mature as the women, always. But you do have some immature women as well, too, that are very childish. As far as age, a number with, when I say age ain't nothing but a number, I had always looked at numbers, if that makes sense, till I got older.
Some people do.
I would say now at this age, yes, I'm going to say my age, 36. 36 is where it's though. 36, the oldest, I wouldn't say I'm going to date a 55-year-old, though, because sometimes the 50-year-olds, they do be looking young as shit.
But and not only...
Sorry, godmom, y'all already know.
Fun.
Yes, but what I'm saying is they do be looking young. You know what I mean? Whereas, though, you can have a 50-year-old and you think that they're a little younger than that. Whereas, though, them older women... I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of cougars out here, too.
I will say this. Let me just say this. First of all, since I'm going to put my 2 cents, but dating older, we need to talk about the perks of that.
Yes, we do.
And the perks of it, in most cases, it should be. I'm not saying that it's all, and this is both ways, because I've dated, someone younger and I've dated someone older. But the perks of dating older is that they should be established.
Definitely.
Meaning they should be established with lessons. Words don't teach, lessons do. And meaning they should be caught up in financial stability, more other things. So I'm just putting this out there for the world. But I'm just saying more so when you're dating someone, they should add to. Okay?
They should add to.
Once you get to, as a woman dating older, I'm just trying to get all my opinions out, okay? For 2, okay? Phoenix Warrior. But as a woman, a lot of times, when we date and we are older, okay, I'm not telling my age, Phoenix, but
I'm getting ready to try to pull it out of you.
I'm older than Phoenix.
But what I will say is, what is the youngest that you have? What's the number?
My family member, which is my kid's father is at least 4 years older than me.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it's not the age more so, but in my case, at that time, I felt it was maturity. I felt like it was, he was aware, he was there. You know what I'm saying? But being on the other side of things, I feel like, men do really take time to, like, add up to, like, women.
What men?
I'm just saying, period. I feel like men do not. Men do not. Okay, you can never say men and all.
Okay.
Because who I'm, like... What it is now is you can never say men and all. Okay. But I will say in most cases, and I can't even say in most cases because I'm not into numbers. But what I will say is that women, we mature faster than men. That's why we more successful. That's why we move out our mom's houses faster.
Yeah.
We tuned in, tapped in, turned on in most cases.
And that's why we that backbone. We are strong.
And so that's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, again, you may not look at numbers, but I at one point was looking at numbers, and the youngest that I have was 28. Okay, now that was fun, but but I'm saying that was not a mature stage for me. Maybe because of the person, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a mature stage for me. At this point of life, I am looking for stability. You have to be, financially. There is a lot of the times, so I do hear married couples or even couples say that, they may not, how you be like, oh, I'm so in love. A lot of the times, I don't even hear that. I hear about they are comfortable with the situation.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
I'm
just saying. I'm not saying that's how I am. I'm saying that those are just getting a grasp from different areas of what I was speaking about, age gap, or he's older. Like, especially TikTok, I'll be seeing a lot of things on there.
I will say this: if you are just tuning in, me and Phoenix are talking about age gaps. Some of the things that keep you together and what our perception is, because it's always just our opinion. Okay. I'm about to chime into what Phoenix just said, right? And I love you. I just want you to know. But I'm just going to say this. Growing up, we were taught a certain thing, right?
Yeah.
And literally taught, it was embedded. A man had to have money. He needed to be financially stable.
Okay.
He had to take care of us. And we needed to take care of the house. And we needed to earn, and we needed to cook, and we needed to clean, right? And then as I experienced life, I understood my assignment,
Absolutely.
right?
Not the assignment, but your assignment.
And I say that because the more I was looking for everything I was taught, I had to reteach myself, right? And so meaning I was a hard worker. I went to work every day. I chased titles. I was making all this money, but I was like, I got the house, and I was just like, oh my gosh, why am I not happy? This is what they said I needed to do to be happy, right? And then my attraction to men was the opposite of what I really wanted.
Okay.
But it was truly what I was projecting, right? And so meaning that, the first man in my life, was supposed to be your dad. It was my dad. It was everything that was projecting, but the way he taught me love was not the right way, right?
Okay.
So the more that I went through those lessons, because words don't teach, lessons teach. I'm going to say this words don't teach, lessons teach. So the more that I was going through my processes, and the more that I was understanding who I was, and it was only through the lessons that I understood the assignment. So I no longer search for a man that looked a certain type of way, because a lot of times we attracted to that man that looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say, like, men in my life in the past look good. Okay. Muscles, no stomach, smile that could light up the room, but then they be devils in the background, right? And so what I'm saying is, like, what I understood, the more I fell in love with me, the more that I love me,
I was getting ready
the
to
more
say
that I got those lessons, and I got those lessons through, most of them men that I thought loved me, but
That's
it was
how
just
I
like
learned.
they loved me like my dad loved me, but but once I loved me like I was supposed to love me, right? The way I taught myself, the way I allowed God to surround me with people that truly was
Absolutely.
feel of love, you know what I'm saying, is the more that I can see, right? And so all I would say is balance. Ladies, if you think balance is just money, you're weird.
It's not.
You're
It's
weird.
not. It's
if
not
you don't
just
get
money.
tuned in, because the more you value
don't
yourself, the more I don't see that. Like, I don't see your flares. I don't see none of that, right? When I met you, it was a connection. It was a vibe. It was a feeling, right? And I could have been ahead of you, right? But see, I'm using our relationship as everything that anybody out there can use. And I'm saying this to say that it was a vibe. It was a feeling. And it was just like, it wasn't always perfect. I didn't talk to you every day.
Definitely we
But
didn't
when
talk.
we vibed out, it was such a vibe. It was everything that we wanted to do and everything that we did. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, we were programmed for things to be a certain type of way. And I think the more you are in tune with yourself, is the more everything just go
steady.
Like, it just
Steady.
goes like that. And you're not looking for something that you can give. Like, the more that I got money, and I'm not saying it like I'm not. Hold up, trust me. Jesus, no, trust me. I'm not bragging, okay? But the right people will get this. But the more that the best way I can say this is the more that I build my foundation. Because trust me.
Same thing. It's
I mean, and I'm not going to downsize
build.
this because guess what? I want to let the universe, I want to let God knows that I trust the process, okay?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to claim some things that I am not saying exactly I see right now, but I see it. It's in my vortex, okay? So the more that I knew who I was, the more I was rich, the more that I was trusting the process, the more that I was just in the moment, is the more that I knew that I didn't have to go to a man. I don't have to go to you.
And that's the thing. We don't have to go to each other. We don't have to
we
go
were
to
taught
a man.
that, though.
But, we were taught that. But at the same time, I can be, again, I'm a badass. You know what? You know what I'm saying? We some bosses. And that's just the attitude that we carry. Again, can't nobody, just like you said, you could have went here. I could have went here too. You get what I'm saying? I could do whatever I want to do. We can do whatever we want to do. It's the choices that we make in life. I feel like every relationship is about toleration. That's all I'm saying. Toleration, and I could tolerate you. You could tolerate me. We could tolerate each other.
And it's
we
all
make
about
it work great.
I don't feel like let's talk about it, okay? Because this is one of those shows, okay? So when we talk about toleration, we're not talking about, if it don't feel right, it ain't right.
Absolutely.
Like, I think a lot of times we taught to put everybody else before our feelings. So if I'm not doing anything, I hope you understand this connection that we have, right? So I'm going to be aware and I'm going to be there. But what I'm trying to tell you is, like, we taught to put everybody else. Oh, you hurt her feelings. Say you sorry. Oh, you did this. Say you sorry. So right now we just talking about relationships. What I'm saying is, the more you get in tune with yourself, you understand that a lot of people reflect their shit on you, right?
You,
and then if you don't know who you are, you end up being like, I'm sorry. Oh, I should have did better.
I
shouldn't have did that.
Would've.
Right?
Yeah.
But the more you understand the process, right, is the more you understand it, right?
Definitely.
A lot of times people reflect on you, and then you end up not know, when you don't know who you are, you end up being like, you Debbie down your damn self. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
I shouldn't have did that.
a lot of the
it's not about
don't
you
work.
a lot of times.
It does not. It's not about you all the time, but some people just make it about them. Sometimes it's a little more selfish than what you think it is. But to be honest with you, I came through my mother pussy by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave out this bitch by myself. Okay? Yes, I'm gonna leave out of here by myself. So guess what? When it comes down to me, I'm gonna love me more than any goddamn thing. You get what I'm saying? I love my children. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not love them, but they even branch off and go do whatever they want to do. What I'm trying to tell you is nothing you're saying is like
definitely.
Like, oh my God, she just said that.
Yeah, but I'm saying what I'm saying.
It's just how you say it,
and y'all, my delivery may be a little twisted, but y'all understand how it is. This is just what y'all gonna get, cause that's all y'all gonna get. Phoenix is fire, and that's what it's gonna be.
I love it. What I'm saying is fire. There you go. Listen, the one thing about this relationship is like I knew what I was signing on to. And it's just like, I know we not a couple, but we are a relationship. Everybody, you need to realize a relationship is a relationship. Whether it's with your good girlfriend, whether it's with your man, it needs to be boundaries. It needs to be. But I honestly would say the more you truly know who you are, I mean, people reflect your energy. And if you saying what you don't want to see, that means you need to either step back. I'm not saying everything you could cut off, but I'm saying you need to either step back and reevaluate. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And it starts and ends with you. The more I took accountability, is the more I understood the assignment.
I'm glad you said accountability, because some people do not know how to own up to their shit.
That part.
And that's the thing. Now, I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I will say, oh, damn, I fucked up. But I'm going to make my point where I'm saying what I'm saying. Because you going to hear me.
I'm hearing you.
Because you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Accountability is very important. It's very important to own up to your shit, because none of us is perfect. We not built as robots to be like, we move this way. We going to fuck up. You learn from your mistake. I learned a lot from the mistakes that I've made in my past to make me who I am as an individual. So in a relationship, you know what I mean? I've learned from these relationships. I've learned where, everybody don't deserve submissive. But they don't deserve being submissive.
No, I agree. Listen, I was just about to ask you just to kind of help to, push the show one way. But I would ask you, what was one of the greatest lessons that you learned? And you got to keep it under 1 minute, like 60 seconds.
All right, 60 seconds. The greatest lessons that I have learned was to learn, that is loving me. As I said, I'm going to go real quick. Growing up, I was in a relationship for a long time, and whereas though that I felt like just staying in that relationship because we had kids together was going to keep us together. And I was in a relationship for the wrong reasons. I got married for the wrong reasons. I talked about this in my book. Y'all make sure y'all go check out The Journey of the Unbreakable Warrior.
That part.
Definitely. But I've learned how to love me more than anything, and I was unhappy. I needed to be happy. I need to know what happiness is, and I told myself and promised myself that I wasn't going to go backwards, but got in another relationship where he was just a womanizer, but he was so perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize nobody is perfect. So loving me was the best thing, and doing what I need to do for me was the best thing.
And choosing
that was
you
my
first.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Get it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm finding myself interviewing Phoenix.
And y'all know Phoenix is the interviewer.
What's the question?
So my question is the same thing you asked me.
Self-love was the best love. I forgot really the question I asked you.
You asked me what was the greatest lesson that I learned.
The greatest lesson was really like we were taught to put everybody else before us, right? The worst thing I ever done was put different relationships from family, from past boyfriends before me. And if I could do it all over again, I would always choose me. So I think in a short statement, I'm going to choose me every time. And if you out there, young girl, young sister, young brother, it's okay to choose you.
It is okay to choose you. And I feel like people don't choose them.
And I just feel like we were taught one thing, but if it don't feel right, Zoe will tell you it's not right. That's one of the greatest lessons that I ever learned, because didn't really know how to love myself. We didn't grow up in those houses and them families. You know, we were broken. We grew up in the 80s. If you're an 80 baby,
80 baby.
And I'm saying that to say that our houses were broken. Our things were broken. So we really didn't know how to love on ourselves. So,
but some people don't know how to love on themselves because they didn't receive that love from home.
And that's all I'm saying. It starts and ends with even in the house. It starts and ends with us. And I feel and I hope, and if I'm pushing anything, that we inspire our kids and that we motivate our kids to know if you don't say anything to your child, you just tell them they are enough. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them how to sit with themselves, meditate with themselves. Don't look for validation outside of themselves. And so I'm just saying, you know, just some of the things that I've tuned in, tapped in, and turned on.
Definitely, I feel like self-love is definitely important in relationships. Who you deal with, not just a intimate relationship, but a friendship is also important. There have been a lot of suicides that have gone on through bullying, through the less love that they do receive, through that, you know what? I'm gonna go on to something real quick. I know P Valley. Off the chain. But I ain't gonna talk about it too much. Toya the burger, But the last episode, it really showed something where as though this guy, he showed himself like telling him, I won't give up too much if you didn't watch it, but definitely, you know, when somebody got something balled up inside of them and they acting a certain way and we judging them like, oh yeah, you doing this, you doing that. Oh, why he acting like this? Why she acting like that? Whole time we don't know what's going on with them up here. Mentally, they had some shit going on that we ain't know about. Next thing you know, he put a bullet in his head. You know what I mean? That's serious.
That's an example, and I appreciate that. But again, and I can't talk about the suicide part, but one thing that I can talk about is it's starting and ending with you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's
I feel like I've been at a place where I depended on people that validate me. And as strong as I sit here, as busy will be today, I've sat in a place where I didn't feel like I was enough. You know, I had a child older in life, you know, but when you try to validate yourself through other people, right? And then God just breaks all of that down when you see what it is and not what it appears to be, right? And you want to take your life. You want to take yourself. And I've been there, and I say that, and I hope that even sharing that part of that vulnerability is just to say that, to sit here today, like, bitch.
And you know what, bitch? Like, I definitely, me hearing you say that, right? Saying that you have been there. I haven't been there.
I've been there.
And so, and the reason why I'm saying it, to be honest with you, there are times where I'm just ready to give up, but I haven't been there. But I'm talking about health-wise. Right, health-wise, hearing you say that you've been there, whereas though, regardless of whatever it is, I haven't been there because I felt like I am too strong enough. There's no weak bone in my body, but you know what I'm saying.
But I've been there too, though.
But hold on, here's the thing: where I can say there's no weak bone in my body, but whole time, I do feel like there are weakest moments where I'm like, God, I'm tired. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't need nobody to validate me. I never need nobody to validate me. What I needed people to do was listen to me, to understand me, to get to know who I was as an individual and not just going off of my past. And my past was reckless. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need nobody to go off of my past. I need you to go off of my present and what I got going on now. That's what makes me who I am. That's why people can be like, oh, you know what I mean? I don't need you to validate me. I need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to see what I'm doing now. If we're not on the same page and we're not doing the same thing, you and I doing the same thing, we want the same thing. We want greatness. We want to be wealthy, not rich, but wealthy. We want to be settled. We want to make sure our family's good. We not on the same page. You want to be out here, you doing that. You go ahead and do you, baby girl. I still love you, but I'm going to go ahead and put you to the side. But me and her, we going to do this because this is what we winning. This is a winner circle. It's always going to be a winner circle. Get y'all winner circle, because if y'all don't get y'all winner circle,
you got to.
You going to fall back just like they are.
Tori, you need to let me know when we willing in or not, because I don't know, normally I'm on it, but I just really wanted to say to you, really wanted to say that I always admired your journey. And I think if we don't get anything to the audience, it starts and ends with you. Accountability starts and ends with you. And definitely. I just feel like, I could have stayed where I was at, but then I wouldn't be sitting in front of you guys. But the more that I took accountability for myself and understood the assignment and understood that I was enough, is how I can show up for myself, and it's how I can show up for my girls. And I feel like a lot of times it starts and it is what it is. It starts and ends with you.
Definitely.
So if it's nothing else, it starts and ends with you.
Definitely ends with you. Definitely begins with you. That's why I made that comment about the coming through the canal area, this and that and the third. But, there are some people that are too giving. We call them green.
I was her.
We call them green now.
I was green as a doorknob. What I'm trying to say is I was that girl. I mean, like literally, and a lot of times I'm trying to get away from knowing that this platform is growing, knowing that it's everything it need to be. I try not to keep and continue to pull from my personal experiences. But again, words don't teach, lessons teach. So what I'm saying is, like, I was that green girl because I was like, this is good. Okay, sex. Like, Phoenix pulling this out of me without even.
Y'all know she normally don't even talk like that, but y'all know I'm reckless.
I'm just saying. Phoenix is kind of pulling it out of me without even saying the words. Okay.
Go ahead, Tori.
I'm saying, certain things was good, and I said the other word, and then the house was good. Taking care of certain things. So I, in my mind, that green part of me was like, well, and this is back in the day, okay? But that green part of me was like, oh, he don't need to do nothing. Like, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm cute. And my body is this and that and da-da-da. And even in my later years, because I still didn't get the lesson, I was just like, you could be the whole table when he still mess with the napkin, right? So it took me a while to understand that it's not always about this, and this. And then what we needed to understand is that a lot of men is broken too, okay? And it's just like the fulfillment that they need because they don't go within. I think we hold as women, because I told y'all this was about us today, but as women, we blame ourselves a lot for a lot of things that is lacking on that end. I will tell you this, on the happier end of things, okay? And the more that I took accountability, I allowed that behavior, right?
Absolutely.
But nobody taught me how to not allow that behavior. So it still starts from back then, right? But the moment that I took accountability was the moment that my whole life changed, right? I used to go to church. I used to sing this song, this world didn't give me this joy, this world can't take it away. I don't know that song, but I'm just saying, like, we was taught all these certain things, but I never knew how to find my joy, right? I used to try to find my joy within you. Like, I would need you on my podcast, or you couldn't be on my podcast because you cute and you got your own flavor, but the more that I understood who I was, I want you on my podcast. I'm like, damn, she could complete me. And to see people in the background and be like, oh, yeah, bitch, like, y'all is the whole vibe. What I'm saying is, when people understand that it starts and ends with you, another woman, another man don't define you, but you can find your own happiness. You can find your own place within whatever you need to find your place in, right?
Definitely.
I'm not looking for Phoenix to validate me. Phoenix, we partners, so we validate each other, but it's just like,
and same thing here, because I know y'all know Phoenix is a whole vibe.
A whole situation.
A whole vibe, a whole situation. Y'all know how I carry myself regardless. I already told y'all how I feel. I'm very open. I'm very transparent. There's nothing that you don't know about me. I will. And she's and Buzy, I'm going back to what Buzy said. Buzy said that with she didn't need me to validate her. I don't need me to validate her. But that's how confident that a woman should be or a man should be. You should be very confident in yourself because I'm that fucking confident. Whereas though I can be like, this is what it is. Two combined together, two bad bitches together can make sure that each other are holding each other down and you making this grow as one big old thing. And that's just what we here for. At the same time, me personally, I don't need a man to validate me. I'm never going to need a man to validate me. Do I want a man? Yes, I do. I definitely do. I would want my partner to work with me hand in hand, not work against me. You get what I'm saying? But here's my thing. I need to learn how to see. My mouth is reckless.
It's all about affirmations.
My mouth is reckless.
But if you
I know what I am worth. I'm not worth that $5. I'm not worth that $100. I'm not worth $5 and below, and I'm not worth Wendy's. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Listen, full course 5-star meal.
Okay, hold on. Let me help my partner. Hold on.
But no, listen, y'all, seriously, like, we need to learn how to stop, you know, like, she can have on 26-inch hair and I can have on 32. Is it my place to come in here and be like, is it her place to come in here and be like, this bitch got on 32-inch mugging me? We don't know how to compliment each other. We don't know how to be like, oh, you look cute
I will
today.
tell you, I want to put that out there in the universe, and I want to say it's not all of us. I feel like
it's not all of us, but
we felt it's majority. But I wanted to say that only to say that it is people and women out there that at least we can compliment each other and love on each other and like understand the assignment. And what I had to understand, one of the greatest lessons that I ever learned is to learn how to not seek that validation from other people. And just understand that if you truly trust God, like all you Christians and everybody out there that say, oh my God, I love God so much, but when it's time to trust him, we don't.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying? You lean on to your own understanding. So I just feel like the more that I learned how to let go and truly let God, wherever you get your energy to, okay? But truly let go and let God. It was just the greatest lessons. And it was just like, I see things sometimes ahead of people. And I'm just like, nope. I was like, I'm not going to tell you now. But I had already seen it. By the time you came to me, I was already like, girl, I already knew. I was waiting. I had to wait. You got to truly learn how to wait.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's patience, you know. And that's one thing that I had to learn how to have is patience. I had to learn how to cope with things and how to handle things, you know, whereas though it's like I can't run around with my head cut off like a chicken. Like I cannot do that. I have to make sure I take everything's not gonna happen overnight. It takes time, growth, and lessons, and to humble myself. I have humbled myself from where I where I was at one point in my life. I have definitely humbled myself. You know, I am who I am. You're gonna accept me or you not. You know what I mean? Because I don't need you. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people
want that love, of course. I want that
So
friendship.
who are we talking about? Like friendships?
I'm talking about friendship. I'm talking about overall. I'm not just talking about
in general.
I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about just like that. I'm talking about overall. Because at the same time, I can walk around and they could be like, oh, this our bad bitch. But at the same time, you don't know who this bad bitch is. You get to know me for who I am.
But no, it's just a lot of stuff going on the inside. And I feel like even with me, like a lot of people see me and they don't know the story.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of times people see you and they might not know the story. They checking you out right here. You sitting down. And I feel like for me, a lot of times people see me and they be like, oh my gosh, okay. But they don't know I was born with cerebral palsy. I may walk a little different.
You really surprised me
do
with
certain
that.
things. So I feel like the more you truly tap into yourself and love yourself, like the right people don't even see that you walk a little different. In your case, the right people don't even see your marks, your scars. Like I feel like when people are meant to see you, they see you. You know what I'm saying? But they see the inside inside out. You know, it took
definitely.
me, and God made sure that I only seen the inside of me for a long time, because I couldn't understand why people didn't like me. I'm like, I had to go through this, I go through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like a victim for a long time, but I swear, the moment I took accountability for myself and I was like, yeah, okay, I don't acknowledge the walk. I don't acknowledge that I was cross-eyed. I don't acknowledge all the things I had to fight through to get to where I'm at. And I feel like you feel that love because I don't see none of that. And I feel like, girl, I be like, I don't even call you with like, you having a bad day. No, I call you like, girl, you ready for the day? And I just feel like it's just that energy and that love. And I just feel like that's what we are.
It's the again, it does start with you, y'all. To be honest with y'all, I was not at 100%. Y'all can see my hands. I'm very flared up. My hands were hurting. I was moving a little slow. I even came in here like, I ain't drinking. I got flare up. I was like, go ahead and pass that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on.
I want you to tell your story, because with every show, it could be a new person watching it. So I want you guys to know her story of lupus. We got 5 minutes. Tori is willing us, and I've been willing myself in because he got me so damn trained. But real quick, in 1 minute, I want you guys to know that, she is winning the battle against lupus, and I watch my words or whatever, but she's winning that battle, and she tells her story, and it's just a lot of
I am very transparent when it comes down to it, y'all. I did talk about I have had lupus for almost 14 years now. I've been dealing with it, but as far as the skin pigmentations and the changes like that, I've been dealing with that for about 8 years, 9 years or so. I'm not counting. I stopped counting. But at the end of the day, it took me 10 years to actually be like, I have accepted this. This is what I am. And as soon as I accepted it, I went right back to me. I went back to being like, you was a bad bitch. You just and that. I walk around and I be walking on my head. I'd be like, oh, she stank. I'm not stank. Yes, I am that motherfucker, because this is you don't understand my story. I fought. When I say I am the Phoenix and I'm a warrior, I literally fought battles. This is what I'm standing here. I'm sitting here today to tell my story, because people have lost the fight due to them being depressed, doing them to, they have felt like, I don't want to fight no more. They're not taking their medicine. They're not doing this and that. I don't like taking medicine, but I do it. When I don't feel good, I still push myself. Today is one of them days, but you would never know, because this woman is sitting here in front of y'all, because I love my IG family. I'm gonna always, this is what I love to do. I love to talk to people. I love Buzy. We here today. We a team. This is what we gonna do. I'm not gonna miss no day. Now the time I do miss a day is because I'm in the hospital. Shoot, I might go live from the hospital.
Lord, she been look, what I'm trying to say is we not claiming nothing like that. As we wrap up the show, sometimes I gotta jump in there, because if I don't, she gonna go on.
Yes, I am gonna go on, but I
love y'all. But no, the only thing that I will say as we close out the show, okay? Buzy will be Tuesdays along with my girl Phoenix Warrior. Thanks for the fight. Thanks for keeping on. And we are not, like, on this show, we don't focus on that. Because,
oh, no, we don't. We letting them know.
Yeah, we just bringing awareness.
We bringing awareness, okay? And you can get through it, definitely.
So to me, every word is important. It's the power of the mind and the thought, and all that good
powerful.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So as we come to the end of the show, I just want to thank you guys each and every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Tuning in with your girl Buzy will be, and my girl Phoenix Warrior. Phoenix _Warrior. I need to add that, because I think a lot of times I just say Phoenix Warrior. But Phoenix _ Warrior. And we're doing some things together. We're going to figure out this relationship, this partnership. Figuring out the Buzy will be show, and we just having a good time as we do. We don't have to have all the answers, but I feel like through anything you can understand the relationship, the love, and look, tune in each and every Tuesday right now with your girl Phoenix Warrior. Buzy will be 6 o'clock at RIP Radio Network. The love we've been getting, oh my God.
It's been ridiculous. But y'all know, real quick, Phoenix Let's Talk is returning next month. So yes, I'm going to definitely keep y'all up to date.
Buzy will be doing some things next. I mean, well, when we come to a close, we're going to do some things. But I'll probably do more things with Phoenix. But
Definitely.
I'll be doing more
You'll
things
see her.
in my personal studio. Shout out to Tori, RIP Radio Network for continuously, like, he's going to pour into me and I'm going to pour into y'all. And I cannot wait to see what it brings. But I will see you guys next Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. Y'all already know where we at here. We're Buzy with B and Phoenix Warrior. Catch y'all, world.
Peace.
What we bark about, charity, celebrity. What we talk about, therapy, prosperity. What we talk about, I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nats.